Hello, everyone. Here, Tommy Walker, the Mind Engineer. And today I want to talk a little bit about why pushing yourself can create more procrastination. So this is a big topic because tons of people out there are struggling with procrastination in many areas of their life. It could be, at your home, not doing the things that you need to do at your house. Procrastination could be at work. Procrastination could be with your business. Procrastination would be with your family. It could impact any area of your life. And as I've been studying the mind, and I keep studying and going deeper and deeper and understanding this more and more, I want to share with you guys something that I've been developing lately that helps you be able to identify what is really going on in your mindset and why you're struggling with procrastination and why pushing yourself to try to do the things that you're procrastinating about normally brings more procrastination or and listen to this, guys, it can bring burnout or exhaustion. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about this. Let me know if you're watching on social media, #live, that will be great. The idea is for this to reach more people. There's so many people out there doing the wrong things, even people teaching the wrong things. And I want to share with you guys, why am I saying this? It's a bold statement that I'm doing, but I want to share this with as many people as I can. So please remember, we have the RSR free community. I have been studying the mind for many years. I have helped thousands of people around the world. I want to help millions. And this can also, you can help me with this mission by sharing this video with more people, sharing some love with this video, commenting on this video allows Facebook to show this to more people. So that will be great. That will be awesome, because this is a very important thing that I see over and over again. So what I want to do, guys, right now is I'm going to share my whiteboard so that you can see a little bit about what I'm talking about. So let me see if you guys can see this. This is important. There we go. So I'm going to try to make this a little bit bigger. Here we go. Yes, perfect. So I see you guys can see it now. I moved it around a little bit. Let me see, because I'm trying to see the chat, but also see what I'm sharing with you guys. So it's not that easy doing all of this at the same time. So here we go. It's centered, perfect. It's bigger. So I'm going to put this screen over here too. So let's talk a little bit about what's going on, right, with procrastination. So most people, yes, are struggling with procrastination, and it might be feeling maybe stress, maybe feeling anxiety, okay, feeling some type of unease around something. So they need to start their business, start doing videos, start doing lives, maybe ask for a raise at work, or maybe organize their garage, organize their house, whatever it is, and they procrastinating. Normally there is some type of unease, and I get a lot of people that tell me, but tell me, you know what, I'm not feeling uneasy about this, I just don't want to do it. But if you really connect with yourself, you start digging deeper, guys, I guarantee that you're going to be able to find what is going on. The problem is, guys, that we're normally disconnected from ourselves. We disconnect from what we're feeling, what we're going through, because in a way, that's how we were taught. So I want to share with you guys another way today. Okay, so in this way, we got procrastination, maybe anxiety and stress, any negative emotion that we might be feeling that, again, we might not be aware of, or we might be aware of. If we're not aware of, it is there, guys. Always, if we're not doing what we need to do, there is always some type of unease inside of us that we're not being able even to feel, because we have numbed ourselves from feeling in general, and many times from feeling negative things, okay? So let's start talking about why pushing yourself creates many times more procrastination, or on the other hand, it can create burnout as you end up doing what you need to do. So let's see how I explain belief, emotion, behaviors, right? Beliefs, when we're adults, create emotions, and emotions create behaviors. And this is very important to understand, because this is how we can start making changes, by understanding, okay? So let's start from the bottom up, because we got to start seeing, okay, somebody is procrastinating, right? So they're going through procrastination, that will be the behavior. I have here anxiety and stress, that it's midway between emotions and behavior, because negative emotions are going to make you feel anxiety and stress. But that is not actually emotions that you're feeling. Anxiety and stress, in a way, are the byproduct of the negative emotions, okay? So I put it here in the middle, but all of this is creating procrastination, okay? So procrastination, you need to understand that normally it's a protective mechanism, as I'm speaking more and more about this. So you're trying to avoid something while you're doing the procrastination. So procrastination, you need to understand that is a protective mechanism. Yeah, protective mechanism. It's not the enemy. It's not about beating yourself up to stop procrastination. It's about understanding, guys. Procrastination is a protective mechanism. I'm trying to avoid something that makes me feel bad, so it's actually protecting me. It is not the enemy, guys. Again, yes, it is not the enemy, and I'm going to go deeper with this to prove to you this. So if it's a protective mechanism and you accept this idea that it is a protective mechanism, and I kick myself in the butt to do what I need to do, what's going to happen is that I'm telling myself that I'm doing something wrong. So procrastination, that is a protective mechanism, I'm already telling myself that is wrong. So imagine this, guys. Would you be doing some woodwork, or I don't know, working with tools and different things, and or maybe, I don't know, maybe you are, let's put another example, maybe, because a lot of people do this, but we shouldn't, right? Or drive your car without your seatbelt. The seatbelt is a protective mechanism, okay, to try to avoid, getting really hurt if you get into an accident. So if, again, you are not wearing your seatbelt, there is a higher chance that you can get hurt or even get killed. So if we understand and start believing a little bit what I'm saying, that procrastination is a protective mechanism, now you're going to see why. So I want you to just accept this as maybe a truth, and I'll prove to you in a little bit. If you can accept that procrastination is a protective mechanism to avoid something that might hurt me, it makes sense why I'm procrastinating now. I'm trying to protect myself, and we're going to see that in a second, guys. Don't get me wrong. Okay, so let's start with the questions we have above here that are going to help us connect a little bit more with our feelings. So let's see, how do I feel around, let's imagine that, setting boundaries. I have troubles setting boundaries, right? Telling people that, I don't know, I don't like how they're treating me, right? So imagine that I feel bad about setting boundaries, so I procrastinate setting boundaries. Or let's use another example. Maybe I'm procrastinating organizing my garage. I am procrastinating getting my business going, right? So I feel anxiety and stress around my business. I'm not doing what I need to do, so I procrastinate. Yes. So how am I feeling? So I'm going to give some examples here, right? So as you start connecting with your emotions, and this is the hard part, guys, because we were taught to try to avoid our emotions. As we start connecting with our emotions, look at this. Imagine that maybe I'm scared of getting out there, of being judged and criticized. So, if I get out there and people don't like what I'm doing, they might judge me and criticize me. Just now, there's a guy that reached out to me, and he had in his Facebook profile saying like he can help people make seven figures in 12 months or less. So I told him that he was full of it, that he was lying to people, because less than 10% or even 5% of people can do that, and we see the statistics out there, right? Even look at what Russell Brunson is doing and how many people really hit seven figures using ClickFunnels. We're talking about less than 1% of people using ClickFunnels and going through all the training that he offers and everything. Less than 1% are making seven figures. So less than 1%, but this guy says that he's going to teach you how to make seven figures in 12 months or less. He's full of it. He is making a lot of money playing with people. So a lot of people are scared of getting out there because maybe they went trying to go out there and they didn't do well. So now they're scared of getting judged, getting criticized. And I wasn't I didn't care what this guy would say. I just told him everything in his face, what I thought about what he was doing. He didn't like it at all. He started saying that I had big mindset issues. And the truth is, I was talking about numbers, but he used mindset. He was trying to use mindset against me. That is on him. It has nothing to do with me. So I wasn't scared of talking my truth. But a lot of people are scared of talking their truth because they're scared of what other people might say to them. So again, an emotion that could come up is fear. Feeling scared of being judged or criticized, of feeling, sad because the business is not moving forward. I'm not being able to make any sales, maybe. So I start connecting with my emotions. So I feel scared, I feel sad, maybe I feel frustrated. Yes, those things, guys, are going to start creating, as you can see the arrows here, from the emotions to behavior, anxiety and stress. So anxiety and stress can be created by feeling scared, by feeling sad because things are not going the way I expected, and feeling maybe frustrated. Frustrated. Yes. So these are my emotions. I feel scared, I feel sad, I feel frustrated. So why do I feel scared, sad, and frustrated? Scared because I'm scared of people maybe judging or criticizing me. Sad because things are not going my way. Yes. So I started understanding that I think it should be going some other way. I'm frustrated because I'm not making any money. I'm not being able to do my lives. I'm not being able to make it work. So how does this make me feel about myself if people judge me or criticize me? If I'm not making money, if I'm trying things and they're not working for me. So how does that make me feel about myself? That maybe I feel that I am not good enough. Maybe it makes me feel like a failure, that I'm always doing everything wrong. Yes. So maybe these are the feelings that I have around, right, building my business. So I feel that I'm scared, sad, and frustrated because in a way, the beliefs are I'm not good enough, I'm a failure, and I'm always doing the wrong things because my business is not moving forward as it should, right? So now we have these beliefs here. So going back to procrastination, guys, if you understand what the first premise here, hey, Robin, thank you for watching, that belief creates emotions and emotions create behaviors. Procrastination is here to protect me. Protect me from what, guys, could be your question. From this, look at this, guys. If I take actions and the actions don't bring the result that I expect, I'm going to feel scared, sad, and frustrated. And it's going to confirm, look at this, guys, it's going to confirm the false beliefs that I have in the back of my head. It's going to confirm that I'm not good enough, that I'm a failure, and that I'm always doing everything wrong. So if I'm doing everything wrong, the mind is going to say, wait, Tommy, let me help you not to feel this way. Listen to that again, guys. Let me help you not to feel this way again. So the mind is going to create a mechanism, a protective mechanism to avoid you from feeling scared, sad, frustrated, and from feeling that you're not good enough, that you're a failure, and that you're always doing everything wrong because your business is not moving forward. So procrastination is protecting you, guys. Does that make sense? Write down procrastination on the chat if that makes sense. Hey, Romana, thank you for stopping by too. Type procrastination, guys, in the chat if this is making sense. Please, this is very important to understand. So again, beliefs creates emotions, emotions create behaviors, and as adults. So if I have these beliefs that come from childhood, something happened during childhood that I started believing that I'm not good enough, that I'm a failure, and that I'm always doing everything wrong. This could come from school. This could come from home. Maybe I didn't behave correctly and my parents were always scolding me, punishing me. And that could have made me believe that I'm not good enough, that I'm a failure, that there's something wrong with me, that I do everything wrong. So from that premise, when I want to start my business, the mind is going to say, wait, Tommy, you want to start your business, but in the back of your head, you believe that you're not good enough. You believe that you're a failure. You believe that you do everything wrong. So I rather protect you. This is what the mind says. I rather protect you so that you don't confirm these false beliefs, because back when you were a kid, confirming these beliefs was very painful. It brought a lot of pain inside of you, quote unquote, confirming these beliefs from your parents or from school. So the mind develops protective mechanisms, again, procrastination, as a behavior to protect you from feeling sad, frustrated, scared, and from confirming, quote unquote, the false beliefs in the back of your head that you're not good enough, that you're a failure, and that you're always doing the wrong things. Does this make sense so far, guys? Again, does this make sense so far? Type a yes in the chat if this is making sense, guys. This is very important. We need to understand the method the mind is using to try to protect you. And now we're going to keep moving forward. Yes? So now look at this, guys. If procrastination is a protective mechanism that the mind is trying to use to, again, protect you from feeling all these negative things, from confirming that I'm not good enough, that I'm a failure, that I'm always doing everything wrong. If the mind is trying to protect you, and now I try to push myself to get rid of procrastination, so I start pushing, yeah, to get rid of procrastination, to do what I need to do while pushing. This is what a lot of coaches out there teach you, to push yourself, to go do it, to just take actions, forget about everything, just go do it. By pushing, what you're doing is you're telling yourself that this protective mechanism that you created in the first place, procrastination, to try to protect yourself, you're doing it wrong. Let me say that again, guys. You're telling yourself that the protective mechanism that you created, procrastination, is wrong. So I'm going to ask you this, guys. If I'm telling myself that the procrastination is wrong, I beat myself up because I'm procrastinating, am I going to make me feel better or worse if I feel that I'm not good enough, that I feel like a failure, and that I feel that I'm doing everything wrong? Will I put more gas into the fire, or am I putting off the fire by pushing myself, guys? What you're doing, guys, by pushing yourself, you are creating normally more procrastination. Why? Because again, you're confirming that you're a failure. You are confirming that you're not good enough. You are confirming that you do everything wrong, because procrastination, supposedly now you're seeing that it's wrong. So now you try to push yourself to stop procrastinating. So when you're pushing yourself, you are feeding more the fire. You are confirming to yourself that there is something wrong. So instead of doing that, guys, what I want to bring to you is you need to understand why you are procrastinating in the first place. Kicking yourself in the butt, pushing yourself, it might work in the short run. But when you push yourself, yes, let's open that again. When you push yourself, there we go. When you push yourself, what you're actually doing, guys, is in a way confirming the negatives that we were talking about a little bit earlier. So when you're confirming those negatives, you are feeding more negativity into the mindset. So although you might take action in the short run, it's going to take a lot of energy because you're going against your beliefs. So it's going to take a lot of energy. It's going to take a big toll to your mind and even your body. So type a yes in the chat, guys, a yes in the chat if it has happened in the past that you push yourself to do something and you ended up exhausted, you ended up very tired, you ended even up, I don't know, maybe taking a few days off because you couldn't handle how tired you were feeling after that. Type a yes in capital letters in the chat if you have pushed yourself in the past and suddenly you felt really tired, you had a breakdown, an exhaustion, felt really, really exhausted because of that. Because you're going against your beliefs, guys. That takes a toll to your body and to your mind. So it's not about pushing yourself. Stop pushing yourself, guys. And again, there's so many people out there that are telling you to push yourself to do the things you need to do. Yes? It is not the way to go. That is not self-love. Again, that is not self-love, pushing yourself, because pushing yourself is feeding on, I'm not good enough, I'm a failure, I'm always doing the wrong thing. I'm always doing everything wrong. So I'm feeding those beliefs, I'm confirming those beliefs. True love, unconditional love would be to love myself, understanding that procrastination is a protective mechanism. I'm trying to protect myself. Somehow, with limited information, as a little kid, I made up this mechanism that is running and has been running then for my entire life to protect me. So a part of me from my past created this mechanism without the correct information to protect me. So if you have limited information, limited knowledge, you're a kid and you're procrastinating to protect yourself, I would applaud that kid. Hey, buddy, amazing that you came up with this. Yeah, it's not the best thing to do, but great that you did this. So look what I just did, guys. Instead of feeding you're always doing everything wrong, you're a failure, you're not good enough. Hey, wow. It's amazing that you could come up with this protective mechanism for yourself. Wow, congrats, amazing. You are amazing, buddy, because you came up with a protective mechanism. So I am confirming in a way that I'm good enough. I'm confirming that I'm not doing anything wrong, that I'm doing something out of a lack of information to do something that is better. But if I got to fix a car and I'm not a mechanic, I'm going to do the best I can. And I might not do the best work. Maybe it starts working, but it's not the best thing maybe for the car. I would take it to a mechanic, and a mechanic has studied and experienced a lot of work to be able to be where he is. So it's understanding that when you created the procrastination mechanism, it was because you were lacking information. As you never question where it came from, why it's there, and how to change it, you have been beating yourself up, trying to get rid of procrastination, but beating yourself up is throwing gas into the fire. So type gas in the chat, guys, if this is making sense, that when you push yourself and you're kicking yourself in the butt to do the things that you're not doing, you're actually throwing gas into a fire. So you're saying, hey, come on, Tommy, help me stop this fire from burning my house. Tommy, come help me. And I start pouring gasoline into the fire. What's going to happen, guys? More fire. So if you want to get rid of procrastination, you got to first understand why it's there. What are you trying to avoid, protect yourself from? Understand the beliefs that you're protecting yourself from. And from there, then we go to the next step that I'm going to explain a little bit more. But I wanted to talk about this matter, guys, because I see so many people out there teaching us to kick ourselves in the butt, to push ourselves to do things when we're actually not wanting to do them because we're protecting ourselves. So if we can change the stories in our mind, our beliefs, we can reprogram. If we start reprogramming, guys, because we understand what is a problem, if we can understand what is a problem and we start reprogramming, that's when things are going to start moving forward, guys. So it's about reprogramming, not forcing yourself to change. Is understanding why you're doing what you're doing, finding the stories that you're telling yourself. I'm not good enough. I'm a failure. I'm always doing everything wrong. Not feeding that, because judging, kicking yourself, beating yourself up because you're procrastinating is putting more wood, more gas into the fire. So I need to find the stories that I have, find where they came from. Why could I start believing? Where did I start believing? Why and where did I start believing that I'm not good enough? Where and when did I start believing that I'm a failure? When and where, why did I start believing that I was doing everything wrong? Normally, guys, it comes from our parents. Our parents treated us in ways, maybe they still were loving to you, but they made mistakes. They didn't know better. So when you didn't behave and they were hard on you, when you didn't get good grades and they were hard on you, when you did something wrong and they were hard on you, those things could have created these ideas that I'm not good enough, I'm a failure, and I'm always doing everything wrong. So we need to start going to those past memories to then be able to start reprogramming. I'm not going to go deeper with that right now. I just wanted to help you understand why pushing yourself is not working, why kicking yourself in the butt, beating yourself to stop doing something that you're doing it to protect yourself in the first place, it is not working, guys. So stop pushing yourself, stop beating yourself up. Procrastination, perfectionism, laziness, whatever it is, loss of focus, loss of motivation, those could be protective mechanisms of the mind, that the mind is trying to keep you in the comfort zone so that you don't experience the pain that you experience when people as a kid made you feel not good enough, like a failure, or that you're always doing everything wrong. Nobody wants to confirm those beliefs, guys. So the mind is going to do everything in its power to try to protect you from confirming those beliefs, guys. It's going to do everything it can to protect you from confirming those beliefs. So what you can do again is find the beliefs, question where they come from, why are they there, what experiences did I went through as a little kid? Maybe your parents hit you, maybe your mom was hitting you as a little kid many times, and that made you feel that there's something wrong with you, inadequate, not good enough. So there's a part of you that has, in a way, separated from your consciousness, is a part that got stuck in time, energy of you and your consciousness that got stuck in time, that still believes and acts as if it were a failure, not good enough, and always doing everything wrong. And you now, when you're kicking yourself in the butt, when you are pushing yourself, when you're not understanding, you're just confirming to that part of you those false beliefs. So you are adding gas into a fire. Let me know, guys, if that is making sense. Type on 100 in the chat if this is making sense. Why I don't recommend to keep pushing yourself to try to overcome procrastination, imposter syndrome, perfectionism, laziness, or whatever. The more you keep kicking yourself, the more you confirm the negative beliefs, the more you're going to have that you don't want. So type an 100 in the chat if this is making sense, guys. Please share with me, share this with other people if it's making sense. Let me know what you think about this. I hope you're enjoying this. I hope it makes sense, because again, guys, the more we kick ourselves in the butt and we do this, we are confirming those negative things. So it's very difficult to become your true self, to become creative, to become motivated, to be really become the purpose, right, that you want to share with the world, because you're doing it from the wrong place. So again, thank you very much for watching. I hope this made sense. Go back and watch it again. We need to understand the belief, emotion, behavior, how it works like that, how the mind works. We create, as kids, belief system. That belief system nowadays makes us feel good or bad according to the stories we're telling ourselves. Right? A person can get fired from their job and could be happy because now they're going to go find another job, or they're going to start their own business. So the story they're telling themselves is, hey, now I have the opportunity to go find another job or find another, or start my own business finally. Another person could be like, oh, I'm screwing my family up. I'm letting my family down. And they're telling themselves a negative story. So now they feel depressed. So a story in your mind is going to create the state that you're in. And it's not about forcing yourself to change the story, guys. We need to really understand what the story is, where it comes from, events from your past that created memories from the past that created that you might not even be aware of, and start working on those memories. When we're able to connect with that memory and start changing the perception of what I made up as a kid, when my dad hit me, when they were putting me under cold showers, when they were, scolding me, but punishing me because whatever, they were telling me I was too emotional, I started telling myself negative stories. So if I can change that situation from, hey, it's not that you're too emotional. Your parents cannot deal with you because they don't know how to deal with a kid that is very emotional, but there's nothing wrong with that. Me being so emotional helps me now connect with the people the way I connect with. So it's not a burden, it is a gift. And for many years, I saw it as something bad. Another thing that I want to share with you guys fast that has to do with this too. When I was a kid, I was told many times that I was hard-headed. So I thought that that was wrong. But the truth, one day, a friend of mine told me, but Tommy, I don't think you're hard-headed. Sometimes you might go a little bit more that way. But for me, you are determined. So my parents told me that I was hard-headed because once I was at the beach, right, when I was a kid, I had maybe, I don't remember, $2, $3, and there was an airplane that was $3.50 or $3 and whatever, 3/4, right? And I was trying to get this guy to sell me the plane. It was, those kites, right? A small kite. And my parents didn't have any money. They didn't take any money to the beach. So I was like, I want to buy this. So I followed the guy for an hour, 2 hours, talking to him. I don't know. I don't even remember much. But I got the guy to finally sell the airplane, this kite, at a little bit lower price because I was determined to get what I wanted. For my parents, that was hard-headed. So yeah, of course, you got to be careful because there's a fine line between one and another, but there was nothing wrong with that. But I started telling myself that it was wrong, that I was determined and I was hard-headed. And it had nothing to do because being with the determination that I had, and I have even today, that's where it's taking me where I want to go. So that determination is not something bad. Yes, some people can see it as hard-headed, and I'm working on that to be able not to fall on being hard-headed, but more, more and more determined. And if somebody comes and says, hey, well, why are you going that way? Or judge me or criticize me, not falling into hard-headed, but just saying, okay, why do you think this is wrong? What are your beliefs? And I try to see if I can learn from that person, change something, or continue where I'm going. But that is determination. But some people can confuse it. So many times we're told that how we're acting is wrong. Again, procrastination is wrong. No, it's not wrong if you understand that it's a protective mechanism. So if you're able to change your stories about feeling good enough, feeling that you're success as you are, that you do things that are right, and that you might do things wrong, but you're learning and you're growing from them, and you change that story in your mind by working on your past memories, on your past, and you reprogram, guys, you heal and you reprogram, things start changing. Procrastination doesn't need to be there anymore. So the part of you that created procrastination now is going to let go procrastination, and you're going to start taking actions. So you're taking actions from a loving place, not from a hating place. Because again, if you're kicking yourself, if you're pushing yourself, that is not love, guys. We're so used to, and we take that as love because that's how we were taught as kids. When our parents treated us at school, we were, maybe sometimes pushed and treated badly to do things that we maybe didn't want to do. So now we are used to, and we have attached that as that being love. That is not love. What we're trying to develop, guys, is unconditional love. Love myself through the procrastination so I can let go of the procrastination because I'm giving what I need, and it's not pushing yourself. So again, I want you to, last thing I'm going to ask to you guys, I want you to write unconditional love in the chat, please, if this is making sense. And you feel that that is true unconditional love, understanding that the procrastination, the perfectionism, the whatever it is that you're going through, it is a protective mechanism. Is the mind trying to protect you from avoiding feeling negative emotions, negative feelings, and confirming your negative beliefs in the back of your head. They're not true, don't get me wrong, but the mind doesn't know if they're negative or not. The mind sees them as the truth. The mind sees, I'm not good enough, I'm a failure, I'm always doing everything wrong, because that's the experience we had as kid, guys. So Larry, look at this. We got Robin Bineta, that I now get why I procrastinate so much and I avoid tasks. There we go, Bineta. Thank you. So guys, thank you, Romana. Thank you, JP, for following this, for interacting with me. I love that you're liking this. Guys, if you're on social media, send me some love. Click on that heart button many times, as much as you can, so the algorithm shows this to more people. More people understand why they're procrastinating and how they need to start working on changing this, not by lacking love, but by developing unconditional love. Guys, if you cannot love yourself through procrastination, it's going to be very difficult to do it, to overcome it in a loving way. You're going to need to use the force to overcome procrastination, and that is not unconditional love. And again, it resonates with us when we see big names teaching us this, to kick ourselves at the butt, to do the things that we need to do, because they were exposed to that. They were exposed to authoritarianism. So now they are putting that figure to themselves of kicking themselves in the butt. But that is not true love, guys. That is not unconditional love. So again, thank you very much if you're watching. I really appreciate you guys. I hope this gets to more people. I would love if you can go into the share button on the social media, guys, and post it in your profile, share it in groups, share it everywhere, because I really hope this is what I'm doing, this free community. I want to share this knowledge with more people so that people realize that many of the things that they have been taught, many of the things that they're practicing are affecting them in a negative way, guys. It is not really helping. So if you want to really develop unconditional love, you got to love yourself even when you're doing things that you think they're not okay. But again, procrastination is okay because you're protecting yourself. Perfectionism is okay. You're protecting yourself. Pleasing others is okay because you're protecting yourself. So when you're able to understand the story and then go deeper, and we didn't see that much today, into reprogramming and healing your past, that's when you can start changing and get rid of procrastination for good. But it doesn't mean it's going to go away forever. It's going to keep creeping in as you don't love yourself, as you feel, again, not good enough or whatever, because there might be other incidents of your childhood that you need to deal with, process, and release. You're going to keep struggling with procrastination or whatever you're struggling with. So again, thank you guys for interacting. I love your comments here. To be understand, there we go, Binay. I'm very happy. That's the idea. I love breaking things down into simple form, guys. Breaking things down into simple form so that you can understand what is really going on. Yes, I try to break down how the mind works and how to start making changes to make it easier. And in the journey, loving yourself more, because this is what I believe we're here for, not only to love others, because that is, quote unquote, the easy part, quote unquote. The most difficult and challenging things, guys, is to love yourself no matter what. So it's very difficult. It's very easy to talk about unconditional love to others, but how about yourself? Are you being unconditional love to yourself? And this is what I believe we're here to develop, first to ourselves and then share with others. Because many times we're trying to develop unconditional love to others to feel loved, to please others, to a negative intention behind it. So at the end of the day, I don't believe that is being your true self. It's just coming from the ego, protecting yourself. So again, thank you very much again. Thank you for watching social media. I would really appreciate you guys if you can share this into your profile, share this into groups, click the share button and share it into your profile in different places so more people listen to this, engage with this, comment as much as you can here, send some engagement there, love, hearts, so this is shared with more and more people, guys. So thank you very much again. I want to be able to help people change their lives. That's why I'm doing this. And it starts by loving yourself, guys. So thank you very much. I'm going to end the connection here on social media. I'm going to stay here on Zoom with the people that are here. So thank you very much again for watching. And I really ask you this favor to share with as many people as you can, so more people become aware and stop hating themselves through the things they're doing and loving themselves to be able to change through love and not through authoritarianism, kicking themselves in the butt and those type of things. So again, thank you. I love you guys. Take care and talk to you in the next call. Bye.